this project, and likely many to come, is to send a shockwave of love throughout the globe. Sometimes that comes by working through heavy feelings in safe spaces, and sometimes it comes from being inspired to get on a dance floor that didn't exist a few moments before. As far as values, it's kindness first. And because we're human, we can't always be kind. So it's sincerity second. And because we're human and we can't always be sincere, it's own your errors third. And I think if we do those three things, we're going to be good. And then the fourth value is have a shitload of fun. That's so important. Kind, sincere, own your errors, and have fun.
I come from New York. I just got the most expensive latte of my life, $11.80. Austin, you're doing well. And then I realized, okay, I've got another problem to add to the list. And anxiety, I think, has been the bigger foe for me since then, with depression being more manageable and easier to sit with. Whereas fear, I'm afraid of it, and it makes me run from myself a lot.
I sat again in 2016 in another 3-day ceremony, and then the following year in 2017, I went to Brazil for 10 days. My daughter also started sitting with the medicine, so we started down this path of healing together, working with ayahuasca, and it's been such a beautiful healing journey.
Liberation comes to me when I forgive myself. Beyond that, I don't know. I forgive myself, I love and accept myself, all those petals, all those thorns, all I am.
I come from a place where a lot of violence, a lot of negative talk, a lot of non-vulnerability, where we weren't allowed to cry and stuff. And growing up in such a broken home, there was a solid. It was my dad, and my dad and his partner. They were together for about 35 years.
All right, so Camille, can you come over here, please?
Yeah, I have a lot of discernment in communities. It's gonna probably make me cry. My trauma from my past disconnected me from my body, allowing me to not feel when things are off. And so I went against my grain for over a year, seeing trauma happening and looking the other way. And so about 2 years ago, I stood up and I called out what was happening in this very well-known community, and I lost my community.
Up until a couple weeks ago, I was homeless. Or to be more, accurate, I was fully nomadic. The last 2 years were really, really intense, and I was struggling in a lot of ways, and I just needed to lower my responsibilities. And so when the opportunity arose, I gave my son my condo and I moved into my car, and I lived there for 7 months.
There are certain things I want to talk about that are really, really hard to talk about. And I guess putting them on a canvas in a symbolic way is a non-verbal way of expressing some of my feelings and thoughts. And it just helps just to kind of get it off your chest. Yeah, I'm also working on a book called From the Bottom Here, and it's kind of it's going to talk about all the gaps that are missing in homelessness and how hard it is and how it could happen to anybody.
A Gift of Love, Transformational Messages about Life from Archangel Michael, And that has actually informed my healing work quite a bit. And so what has happened is, through all this stuff, I cleared away some sand around here and it fell into my heart. And so my mission now is to do everything I can to touch that spark in other people and share the love and hopefully open other people's hearts.
Learning how my thoughts in my brain were controlling everything and ruminating and holding on to all this stuff and making myself feel worse and worse all the time. And now I've been able to have more control over that, learn how to process my feelings, heal from trauma, and just develop so much more empathy, love, compassion, and forgiveness for myself, and then being able to do that with other people as well.
I trained as an RN in Ireland, where I grew up, and I came to America when I was 27, and I started exploring energy healing. We're like crystals. We have these lines of energy, and they're not like acupuncture lines. That's a whole other system. But polarity therapy has ways to open up these lines to heal the breaks, the tears, and works with all parts.
Psychedelics helped me start the healing journey. It's not the whole story. I've done a lot of therapy, journaling, things like that. But psychedelics got me to get my life going again. And I wanted to create a business to make the world a better place. So now I sell legal plant medicines and I donate to MAPS every month. And my goal is to grow as big as possible so I can donate as much money as possible to hopefully legalize psychedelic therapy so we can start healing the world faster.
It only takes a reminder to breathe, a moment to be still. And just like that, something in me settles.
I fell to my knees in mercy. I was so confused about what was reality. And I said, "What is real?" And I heard love.
And I remember collapsing to the floor, different dance. Now I knew how to get to the floor, but it's basically falling. I fell to the floor, and I couldn't move. And I looked around where I was in this journey, in this experience, and there were buffalo lying on the ground, dead. And I just cried. Cried more than I'd cried ever.
Everyone's got their own stories, their own personalities, perspectives, and it's refreshing for me to hear those stories. And when I ask questions, generally, like, my brain is going to generate typical answers of what I feel like they're going to say. But I find myself surprised at the answers that I'm receiving.
I've always had a lot of doubts, but especially in this last year of if I am where I'm meant to be in my life, and if, constantly putting other people's wants and needs before myself, if that's thrown my life off track.
Being in that place, being in nature, really helped me to recognize that whole idea of the spirit within everything. It helped me recognize that there are helpers everywhere.
You got to set the rational, analytical mind aside and come to the intuitive mind, which is the platform you jump off to learning about universal creative mind, universal creative intelligence, life that moves through us as us, that masquerades as Siri Bahadur and Sunshine and Ben and Mike and all of us. It's like divine life masquerading as each of us. Wow.
I'm trying to get into a space in my life where I can cultivate community and friendships and relationships try to, as best as I can, model what it means to love.
You're not just taking that compliment, right?
I suck at taking compliments. I've heard that too. They're like, that's rude. Just accept it and move on.
Hey, can I do it here? You're really fun to listen to.
Thank you.
Good job.
Sorry, we don't have another hour, Jesse.
No, that's fine.
Just gonna have to have
looking
you back.
forward to getting off of here.
So you can come back.
Yeah, no, I'd love to come back.
Good. Can we give him a round of applause?
Thank you, guys.
In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. Near the village, the peaceful village, the lion sleeps tonight. Near the village, the peaceful village, the lion sleeps tonight. Hush, my darling, don't fear, my darling, the lion sleeps tonight. Hush, my darling, don't fear, my darling, the lion sleeps tonight. Hush, my darling, don't fear, my darling, the lion sleeps tonight.
Betting on Love is a group of people who are betting that universal love and compassion can change the world. We believe that needing to feel safe, loved, and seen are basic human needs.